The first person who said hello. Hello, Mike. Mike Clavash, hello to you, and Big S. And Guy Incognito, why can't I say that? And Sergio, hello there. Reggie Gagnon, hello to you. And $3.99 from Reggie. Well, thank you very much, Reggie, right off the bat. Very much appreciated. Is Mike Clavash being a bad boy? Hello, Zephyr. Hello, Red Robin. Hello, Space. Hello, Harjot. Hello, Michael Stern. Hello, Ali. How you doing? Hello, Susan Young. Hello. Hello, Yogi. Hello, Danny Kaman. Hello, George Pollard. And Wanda. And John O'Meara. And Janet. I'm very well, Ellie. Thank you. I'm here in Parkdale right now. I just finished recording 2 videos. So I was a couple minutes late wrapping up my last video. I usually like to start my stream right on time, but I think I was a few minutes over. Whoopsie. And Jenny's here, hello, and Claire from Ireland, hello to you again. And hello, Chada. And Alan K. and Alexandra, hello. And Frosty Forest, wow, got some new names here. And Jeff W, howdy. And Christine Camley, hello to you. And Fans Buses Gaming. I know I probably missed a few people here because the comments just unloaded like an avalanche when I began the stream. They just flew by, so some of them I missed at the beginning. Hey, Elaine Simpson, how are you? And Whitby Dude. So I'm just on King Street. But I thought we'd take a walk around Liberty Village. I've never streamed through that neighborhood before. Yeah, I saw that today. Fans, it's unfortunate. Another nut bar ruins what was a very pleasant stream up to that point. But yeah, that's bound to happen sometimes. I mean, it's happened to all of us at least once so far, in some way or another. Hello, Mr. Adam's Apple. Actually, I did film a streetcar video today, Mr. Adam's Apple. Hello, Jeanette. Yes, I saw Jeanette. Thank you very much. I sort of thanked you in my last stream by saying thank you, person who bought a t-shirt. I hope you enjoy it. But maybe I don't think you were in my last stream, so thank you again. I hope it fits well and lasts a long time. Barbie's in the dream house, Superman. She's always in the dream house. Ah, so that worked out well then, Michelle. Alan K, you ordered one too. Well, hey, thank you very much. She's living the dream. That's right, Miss. Hey, 12 is here. Hello, 12. I like to call you 12 because Stranger Things has 11, so you can be 12. Just don't impose any of your superpowers on my brain, please. Oh, Annette. Some nut just took offense at him streaming, you know. Same thing that happened to me a couple weeks ago. Except he didn't actually touch him or anything. Hey, Miguel. So this is King and Dufferin. Whippy dude, yeah, I'm dried. The socks that I was wearing took quite a while to dry though. I mean, I just draped them over the back of a chair to let them dry out. It took at least a good day and a half. Hey, Rolling with Ian, how's it going? There's where McDonald's used to be, right there. The sketchy King and Dufferin McDonald's. Maybe second only to the Queen and Spadina McDonald's for sketchiness. GSL HTV. Yes, we are in the T-Dot. Yeah, they were thick, very thick socks. So now we're just heading south here on Dufferin. Dip into Liberty Village up ahead. Hello in Malton. Lots of cool old former factory buildings in this neighborhood. Hey Morgan, how are you? My evening's going pretty good. Just finished shooting 3 videos before I started this live stream. However, the last one was cut short because my battery in my DJI Osmo Pocket died. So that kind of was unfortunate. Alan K. Kwan, $5 super chat. Thank you very much, Alan. It's very much appreciated. I will use that to get myself a refreshing beverage because I'm pretty hot right now. It's not super hot out, but just walking around in the sun for a couple of hours will get to you. I always thought this was pretty funny. Ah, love. Isn't it wonderful? The yin and the yang. Love, exciting and new. Christine, I mean, it seems like that might be a good idea sometimes, don't you? Yeah, can't disagree, but I don't know if I'll ever actually do that. So here is Liberty Street. This is sort of like the main street of Liberty Village. Michael Stern got deleted. Did that happen? I didn't delete him. Yes, you know that show, right, Jeanette? Haha. Jenny, $10 for additional hydration. Thank you so much, Jenny, for the $10. Much hydration will be had. Engage the hydration. Morgan, yeah, we were just discussing that a few minutes ago. That's the unfortunate reality of streaming. Is you're bound to run into the occasional nut bar, or whatever you want to call them. Vivian Johnson, $20.99. With all the hot weather, ice cream bars must need replacing. And you know, you're exactly right, Vivian. My box of ice cream sandwiches is almost gone. I just have a few left. So I will put that to good use. Thank you very much, Vivian. And $7 from Jeanette for a burrito to go with my drinky. Very much appreciated as well. Thank you very much, Jeanette. I think I have a very refreshing and filling evening ahead of me. A frosty root beer. I do have a hankering for root beer. That is my favorite soft drink at this moment. Rolling with Ian. Yeah, I've actually noticed those shirts you wear. They are quite humorous. And I like to try and disarm situations with humor myself. Although sometimes I don't get the chance to even try my humor. That guy who knocked my phone off the gimbal didn't even give me a chance. He just kind of zoomed by in his bike, and before I could even react, it already happened. It's too hot outside for burritos, Michael Stern, but I could take one home and eat it in the air-conditioned comfort of my apartment. Hey, Godwin. I saw that you were streaming in Port Credit today. I missed the stream itself, but I saw it after. I'm sure you all know Godwin, but if anyone doesn't know, he also has his own YouTube channel. He does live streams and recorded videos, same as Johnny and myself. So check him out. And hello, Harjot. So this is kind of an interesting neighborhood. It's a former industrial area. There's still some industry here, but most of it has been repurposed. Now it's mostly residential with retail and some tech companies and various other light industrial uses. Yeah, I'm in Liberty Village, Bevy. And hello to you, Bevy. Everyone knows that Bevy has a channel as well. She does the same as Johnny and Godwin and myself. live streams and recorded videos, only out of Halifax, Nova Scotia. And she's also one of my moderators, so be on your best behavior. I wonder if I'm the only person who remembers a CBC show called Liberty Street, which took place in this neighborhood. And it starred Pat Mastriano, who played Joey Jeremiah on Degrassi. And it was actually a pretty good show. It didn't last very long. Yeah, that's right, you remember, right, Bevy? And that was before this area was sort of turned into a condo haven, when it was still basically an industrial area with lofts and some of the old industrial buildings. Well, it wasn't really a Degrassi knockoff. It was about 20-somethings living in the city, just living their 20-something lives kind of thing. I wonder if it's still available anywhere, like on the CBC website or on CBC Gem. Anyway, I'll stop talking about that old show. Well, maybe a little bit about kind of like Sex and the City, except those characters are a bit older on Sex and the City. They're more like in their 30s. And Liberty Village was a mix of men and women. Yeah, me too, Allie. If you watch Action Kids videos, this neighborhood is sort of similar to Long Island City in Queens, which is just directly across the river from Manhattan, whereas this is just directly west of downtown, of the core of downtown. There's no river separating them, that's the main difference. There are train tracks separating them though. Yeah, it was only one season, right, Bevy? Yeah. Not sure which way I should go. There's the Liberty Market building. Maybe I'll go up here. Yeah, Jeanette, that's kind of what this area was like. It still is to some extent. And this was also used as a filming location in the original Police Academy movie. Right near the end when they're up on the rooftop. I do like the older TV shows. I just finished rewatching an old show with Megan that she'd never seen before. It was called My So-Called Life. And she wasn't too happy with the ending. She was loving the show until the last episode, and then she was kind of pissed. Anyone who's seen the show would know why. But no spoilers for anyone who hasn't seen it. I don't think I've ever seen that show, Allie. You know it, right, Christine and Bevy? Lots of patio action around here. And the sun is in my eyeballs. So I'm going to go over to the other side of the street here. If I can make it across without Billy Joel assaulting me. Okay, Billy Joel, take it down a notch. You know, I never got into westerns. I mean, I watched a few, but it's never really a genre that I've enjoyed that much. And whenever I was watching other shows that had a western themed episode, I was always kind of like, oh no, not a western themed episode. Like Star Trek The Next Generation had a western themed episode, you know, shows like that where they go back in time or something and all of a sudden they're in the Old West. He worked in Long Island City in the 60s, Michael Stern. I bet you it was a pretty gritty neighborhood back then. Look, it's not Burrito Boys. And in my opinion, Burrito Boys burritos are fatter than the ones from here. Hey, Maroof is here. Alright, now I'm going to go back across. I used to watch Bonanza, yep, with my grandparents when I was a boy, a little boy. Yeah, when they film shows in Toronto, I can tell pretty much instantly that is Toronto. No matter how hard they try to disguise it as New York or Chicago or wherever. Or just some things that are a dead giveaway as Toronto. Hey, we're just wandering through Liberty Village, Susan. I just kind of went around the block. Now I'm kind of heading back down where I came. I've never seen Rawhide, but I know the theme song, and I only know the theme song because of the Blues Brothers. That scene where they play the Rawhide theme in the country bar. Get 'em up, move 'em on! Rawhide! Forever Night, yeah, that was an awesome show. That was set in Toronto, not just filmed in Toronto. Chuck Diamond, $10. Thank you very much, and hello to you, Chuck Diamond. And thank you very much for the $10. I hope you're doing well. There's a nice dog. For those who didn't know, Forever Night was a cool show. It was a cop show set in Toronto, and the main character was a vampire who was a police officer. But of course, no one knew that he was a vampire. Hey, Myrtlefoot. Yeah, that whole scene from the Blues Brothers is coming back to me now. Rolling with You and did a cameo on Forever Night. That's awesome. Might have to dig up that episode. I'm sure that show is available somewhere. Yeah, I remember that. I actually have that Species movie on VHS. I can't remember the name of the actor who played the vampire, though. I'm sure you could easily just Google that. It's not a household name or anything. I mean, it was a Canadian show, so most of the actors were just known only in Canada. And now we're back to the Liberty Market building. This neighborhood has a bit of a reputation for being full of sort of obnoxious 20-somethings. I don't know how else to put it, but basically the reputation is kids who move into the city for the first time away from home, get a condo in Liberty Village if they're like coming from the suburbs or smaller towns outside of Toronto, and they come here and they just party it up for a few years, and then they move on to a different neighborhood once they get a little older. Of course, it doesn't apply to everybody, but because I know some people who are well past their 20s who live in Liberty Village. But there is lots of cool stuff here. Hey Pedro, good evening. That's a cool, I wonder what that used to be. There's a Popeyes there now. And the Brazen Head pub, I went there once. Like years ago, 10 years ago, I met a girl at the Eaton Center sitting on a bench. And we struck up a conversation. and then we ended up coming here to the Brazen Head pub later on. It's condomania down here in this end of Liberty Village. I am a rebel, with a cause or without a cause. A 1,000-year-old pub, that is insane, if that's the case. And this is the part of Liberty Village that is a bit not in keeping with the rest of the neighborhood, with a large suburban style grocery store here with this big parking lot, but I think this is all going to be redeveloped, so this parking lot won't be here for very long. Rolling with Ian, yeah, I did hear that actually. I think that's awesome news. I'll definitely be taking that up to North Bay when it's reinstated. I'm just wondering what is over here. I'm just sort of wandering about here. I don't remember Hayden Christensen being in that show. I think he would have been too young. But I might be wrong, unless he was playing a child on the show. If that's the case, it could be possible. Can I get over to this bridge over here? From here? I don't think so. I think I have to go around. Oh, boo! Boo to that. So I just got a little tour of the side parking lot here at the Metro. Yeah, that's the name, Vivian. Yeah. I would never have remembered that on my own, but now that I see it, I definitely remember it now. I loved Orphan Black. I remember the first season blew me away. And I thought the second season was pretty good, not as good as the first, but I thought it just sort of got a little less good with every season. But that's the case with a lot of shows, unfortunately. Oh, is that so, Ian? Jeez, that is unfortunate. I think I saw a couple fire escapes. There's one over there. Look it, there's a fire escape right there. And Godwin, $5 for a cold drink, beer or ice cream. Thank you very much, Godwin. You are an all-around good fella. And your streams are very entertaining as well. All those condo buildings right up ahead, none of those existed 5 years ago. Oh, here's the entrance to that bridge. I'm just going to check it out because I've never walked over this bridge yet. All right, Godwin. Have yourself a good evening. Have a good time in Koreatown. And thanks again for the super chat. Oh, looks like we've got a nice little staircase to climb here. Maybe we'll get a good view of the skyline. Yeah, no elevator access. Why would it take so long just to do something that in a city like Toronto is like done thousands of times with every new building they build? Yeah, I just saw the sign rolling. Maybe we'll see a train come by.
I know it's walking on the metal grate. I know it's fully going. I think those are the things that are keeping on the top. Because I never, what the hell did we do?
Come on, train. I want to see a train. You know, as soon as I go down back to the street, a train will go by. Red Robin, I've never been actually inside the Hockey Hall of Fame. I guess I'm just not enough of a hockey fan to make a trip there. No, I'm not going to wait around for a train. Sometimes it's just a matter of minutes and trains just zip by, but hello, photos from around New York. How are you doing? Vivian, that might be the reason. I'm not exactly sure. I'm good. Photos from New York. We're just walking through Liberty Village. I was just saying earlier that it's a neighborhood that's sort of similar to Long Island City in some ways. Old industrial buildings mixed with new tall residential buildings and retail. There's Jeanette saying goodnight. All right, Jeanette, have a good dinner. And you're very welcome, and thank you again for the super chat. And I'm sure I'll see you next time. Hey, Tyler 1990. I'm doing very well, sir. How are you doing? Yeah, and there's also like railway tracks running through the neighborhood and commuter rail. It is pretty similar to Long Island City. George Hollard, it is a nice night. Hey, Eddie Chin, no worries. Better late than never. Yeah, I've seen that, photos from around New York. Yeah, I'm a big fan of that kind of urbanity and a little bit of grittiness. The thin building? You mean not the, you don't mean the tower, do you, Monica? The CN Tower? Tyler, over 10 years. I moved here in the fall of 2010. That skinny long thing, that would be the CN Tower. I'll zoom in so you can get a closer look. There we go. That's the tallest freestanding structure in the Western Hemisphere. Formerly the world, but the Burj Khalifa eclipsed it, and a number of other buildings since then. But still the tallest in the Western Hemisphere. Superman I have, not in a long time though. Oh, I hear a train going by here. I think I was like 18 years old last time I went up in the CN Tower. And that was a long time ago. And yeah, it is reopening to the public on Friday, I believe. Because Toronto is entering step 3 ahead of schedule. Well, 10 years ago it was mostly the same, but just less built up. Like there's been so many new buildings that have gone up in the last 10 years. Like tall buildings, like so many, like dozens upon dozens of buildings have been built in the last 10 years around downtown and throughout the whole city, really. So it's just a little more dense. I guess you could say it feels a little more dense now than it did 10 years ago. And maybe less, there was a little less people on certain streets at certain times of day. Now with all the new condo buildings, the residential population of downtown has grown a lot. So you just see more people on the streets that you would see back then. That's right, Superman. Although they kind of screwed up the scale of that album cover. They made Drake too big. Even though he looks tiny on the tower, they still made him a lot bigger than they should have. If he was really that size, he would have been like a 10-foot tall human. Sketchy dudes there. Just keep on walking. Yeah, there's a restaurant up on top of the tower. Yeah. And Marie Palmer, $10. Thanks for the stream. Brad and I have to go now. Great evening, everyone. Thank you very much, Marie Palmer. You and Brad have yourselves a great evening, and thanks to you and him for the generous super chat. Very much appreciated. I've never really thought about it, Ian. Not seriously. Let's check this out over here. This is Garrison Crossing. And over here is Stanley Park. That place is quite the happening spot these days. I think a lot of people that used to hang out at Trinity Bellwoods Park migrated to Stanley Park when Trinity Bellwoods starting having issues with encampments and whatnot. Check out this bridge over here. I've never walked over this one either. Today is the day to walk over bridges I have never walked over before. The one thing I dislike about Toronto? Probably overcrowded sidewalks with slow-moving people. That can be pretty annoying when you're a fast walker such as myself. And some of the sidewalks are not wide enough for the number of people that crowd onto them downtown. I'm kind of held hostage walking very slowly, and people stop in the middle of the sidewalk and conduct conversations or just stop short and you almost bash into them from behind, things like that. So generally just too many people sometimes is the one thing I dislike about Toronto. You can see the other bridge I walked across way up there. Photos from around New York sounds familiar. Yeah, I mean, you would know what that's like. I think there are just a few big cities in North America that really have that problem. Toronto and New York being probably the two that have it the worst. Yeah, I am also not a fan of that, Susan. Let's check out the scene at Stanley Park. We're gradually making our way downtown. The grass here is kind of rough, not very soft and inviting to sit down on. Oh yeah, I can believe that, Allie. I'm sure downtown Boston has its issues with that. Hey, Peter Stock. Yeah, everyone is in their own little world. Maroof, it might be you. Okay, I'll next time some slow walker is in my way, I'll go, are you Maroof? If you're Maroof, kindly step aside.
And yeah, it's
Oh, you got to meet Mike Landry, meet up with him. That's awesome, Bevy. Yeah, Mike is one of the longest supporters of my channel, or the earliest, I guess you could say. Started commenting on my videos well before almost anyone. So here's Stanley Park. Got some music over there, so I'll just stay over here. It's just kind of like a party here. Of course, this is not to be confused with Vancouver's Stanley Park, which is about 1,000 times bigger. That girl flashed me the peace sign. It's better than the finger. Time for some crazy man laughter. I think the music is too far away, and all it sounds like is a thumping bass from here. I think I'm safe. And we'll save the laughter for something a little more directly audible. I'll cross to the other side of the street. I'm not sure, Susan. They might have filmed some scenes there. I know the movie was filmed in the Vancouver area.
And that's what we know about. How are we getting back? Think what you don't know about.
Yeah, Stanley Park is not very big. I think there's another half here. This is the other half of it. Honk honk. Cover your eyes! Cover your eyes! a horrible smell. Could barely breathe the air walking past there. Yeah, I guess they're working overtime trying to get this thing done as quickly as possible. When I came down here, I took the TTC to get to this end of town, and it was a bit of a hassle because first I was going to take the King streetcar, but the King streetcar only goes as far as Bathurst. So I saw the Queen streetcar coming on King, because the Queen streetcar cannot run along Queen, so I thought I'll just get on the Queen streetcar and ride it as far as it goes, and it only went to Spadina, and then I had to get off that, and then I had to get on the King streetcar, but then the King streetcar only went to Bathurst, then I had to get off that and get on a bus. And then I rode the bus, but I did record it all, so it's going to be in a video. Be a good transit video for transit aficionados. You got 2 streetcars and a bus. Hey, Lisa Palmer's here. Hello, Lisa. My Presto card works fine now. I'm not sure what was wrong with it when I shot that other video before. Maybe it was just a temporary glitch in the system or something. Yeah, now I'm walking home. That's right, Janet. I've had enough TTC for one day. I'll say though that the TTC is a good system. It works well. There's high frequency. The buses are usually on time. And there's lots of awesome connections between subways and buses, and it's seamless and easy to navigate. The only thing is, every year they dig up the streets and the streetcars cannot travel their routes, so it gets all screwed up, and then they have shuttle buses and things like that. So if they weren't constantly digging up the streets, it would be a lot easier to get around. But I guess that's what you got to do in a big city. You got to maintain things, right? Like right here. That's true, Bill Chow, but I actually wanted to record a streetcar video. I just wasn't expecting it to be, you know, quite a cluster F. I think so, Lisa. I mean, it's both the same system, right? I think your card, your Ottawa Presto card, would work here. You know, I've never tested it or heard anyone say that that's the case, but Presto is Presto. Coming into the popular stretch of King Street here. All the bars and restaurants and clubs. Jimmy Brownette, thanks for the red rose. reminds me of Red Rose tea. Do they still make that? Bevy, have to hit the hay. Do a sleepwalking stream. All right, you had your second shot. Yeah, I was pretty tired after I got my second shot. That was basically the only after effect I had, was feeling tired. Yeah, no doubt, John O'Mara. There's King and Bathurst. There's the banknote. No doubt there will be some music around here. Frank Axworthy, $5. Hi from Cape Breton. Lived in Toronto for 30 years. Wow. You miss it? Well, I'm glad you can sort of re-experience walking Toronto streets through my stream. And thank you very much for the super chat. Yeah, I'd say Toronto is pretty much back to normal. Like, it'll be, I think, almost completely back to normal by Friday, once indoor dining returns, and also movie theaters and other indoor venues. There'll still be capacity limits, but I think the vibrancy and vitality will be mostly back. Maybe there'll just be more people inside than outside, which is the case right now. At least on crappy weather days, we'll have the option of going inside.
Yeah, so
I think people are tired of staying home, Andre. We've got approaching 80% of people with at least one shot and 50% with 2 shots. I think it's perfectly okay to come out and experience the outside world. Hey, Kevin Balla. Lots of people, lots and lots of people. It's hard to believe that a few months ago walking through this area was completely dead. Like complete Walking Dead, abandoned Zombieville. Hey, Fans Buses Gaming is back. There's Ruby Soho. It's King in Portland. Yeah, maybe Ali. Portland Street is busy, looking all the way up too. Yeah, lots of shiny, happy people, just like the REM song.
Oh yeah, learn to do more weird things. Yeah.
Shiny, happy people.
Randomly colored,
Hey, Big S is back. Hey, Tanvir. Lisa Palmer met someone. Here's the keg. Hey Todd, REM are customers? That's awesome. Maybe I'll talk over this music right here. Hello, hello. Maybe I'll sing Shiny Happy People to drown out the music here. Shiny happy people holding hands. Shiny happy people. Oh, more. Shiny happy people. Shiny, shiny, shiny happy people. Shiny, shiny, shiny. Now I'm doing the Velvet Underground. How'd that happen? Megan is out with her sister right now. They're out doing things, doing some activities. Hey, Mark S. King Street is hopping. It's hopping and popping. I'm good, Mark S. We're coming into downtown. Whoops. This gimbal is so sensitive. I just touch the trigger and it just flies all over the place.
So I hear you guys are watching the TV show. Yeah. Oh, I'm glad you liked it because I was watching it. And
This is the state of Torontopia. Hey, the Stridesters is here. How's it going, Stridesters? There's lots of action here on King West, Stridesters. 24-hour overnight challenge. I could probably do that if they would let me. Haha, drunk streetcar riding. I did a streetcar video today too. 2 streetcars actually, and a bus. All in one trip. Alright, we've successfully navigated the King Street nightclub restaurant district. However, Restaurant Row is still up ahead here on this part of King. That's a little less clubby, a little more restauranty. Spadina. Some streetcar action. Ding ding. It's the San Francisco treat in Toronto. Yeah, I like them too, John. They're pretty nifty. The new ones don't have quite the character of the old ones, but you know, you do need modern, efficient transit vehicles. You can't just keep running the old ones forever. As fun as that would be. To Sing the Sign by Ace of Base. Johnny Stride is $2. I might be able to pull that off, Mr. Strides. Thank you very much. And Kevin Balla, $5. Burn your masks. The media and politicians have been bought by Big Pharma. Well, I don't know about burning them right now is really the best thing to do, but in any case, I don't think you need one walking around outside, that's for sure. Especially if you're vaccinated. I'm trying to remember how it goes. I can't hit that high note, so I could whistle it though. Rolling with Ian. I don't think I use any signal bonding software. up a sign. Let's keep on walking. Ace of base. Are they Swedish, ace of base? Nope, rolling. I just used my one bell signal and that's it.
I can understand.
I've just been having good luck, I guess, with the quality of my streams. No major issues. The only issues I've had are when my phone overheats in super hot weather. Hey Estelle, it's going good. How are you? All that she wants. I'm trying to remember how that one goes. All that she wants is another baby. Is it kind of similar sounding to The Sign? Every time I try to think of the tune to that one, the tune from The Sign pops into my head. Streetcars going one way, streetcars going the other way. Streetcars going every way. Some guy just laughed very loudly, like, ha ha ha! Ha ha ha! Ha! And here is all that's left of Restaurant Row. There used to be restaurants up here too, but not right now. I think eventually they will return once this development is finished. Some new, different restaurants. But hopefully the patios and whatnot come back. And there's another Gabby's. The Joker dude, yeah. More patios on this side. I always just make fun of Gabby's because it's literally on every major street in the city. And I never hear anyone talking about going there or what the food is like or anything about it really. It's just there. Pretty much, yeah. They're like the cannabis shops. Before there were cannabis shops, there was Gabby's. I think that restaurant closed down with the guy who had the middle finger ice sculpture. It's kind of sucks for him.
Okay, she's like, so it sounds like you're actually like everything you do is like this is my profession. Like, but I'm happy that
There's lots of weed smell around here. Not sure where it's coming from. Maybe it's coming from them. Sometimes people don't even have to be smoking weed at the time. They can literally just walk past you and they just reek of it. I think with some people the smell just sort of soaks into their skin. It's like just their permanent fragrance. Grace O'Malley's Irish Pub. That seems like a fun place.
On that side, seeing how there's no sidewalk here. What street? Like this way? Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, I know that smell rolling with Ian.
No sidewalk here.
Here's one of these little side streets that I've always thought was cool. I mean, there's not much activity, but it's just kind of cool to look at. Yeah, this is the kind of street that they would use to film like a scene in Gotham City or something. Yeah, Shepherd Street is an awesome street too. Yeah, and this is a pretty noisy little patio back here. Kind of hidden away here. I was not expecting this. Not expecting to encounter Muzak here on this street. Oh look, here's a romantic moment. Or maybe they're breaking up. No, I think she's smiling. I don't think they're breaking up. Unless she's breaking up with him because she wants to break up with him, in which case she might be smiling. So who knows? Let's just go with that. She's breaking up with him and she's happy, so she's smiling. Yes, that's where my mind goes. Oh, I missed that question, Kensington Cisco. I would have to say revolver. Revolver. mean, I love those other two albums as well, but I think I like Revolver a little more. I've just listened to it more than the other two. Oh, Wanda. All right. Well, thanks for stopping by. It was good to see you, Wanda. I'll catch you next time. Get a room. Well, they weren't even really kissing or anything, but who knows what they were planning to do. Haha. Break up. Hard job. That's good. I highly recommend getting out for a walk around the neighborhood. Yeah, N-Wave, yeah. I am familiar with the N-Wave. And look where we are now. We're coming into the financial district. I've never tried that pizza, you know? I would like to, though. We got just like a bunch of people just hanging out here in front of the pizza place. We're just chilling. Maybe they're waiting for their pizzas. That would be my guess. Ah, Jimmy Brownette, yeah. I mean, Toronto is definitely cool. Some other places less so. Oh yeah, Susan? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Looks like we just missed the light here. No shortage of traffic right now. I've never tried that, Dave, or Whitby Dude. Whitby Dude, I've never tried Whitby Dude's hot chicken, Dave. Or Dave, I've never tried Whitby's hot chicken, dude. I'm not sure, Carlos. Maybe you could try refreshing your screen. So I haven't had any other people tell me that it's blurry. I think those are the ones who are hanging out in front of the pizza place. Lots of people. Yeah, I think something was wrong on your end then. It's not New York City, but at one time it was York, so that could be confusing. It is the former town of York. So now we're cutting through the financial district. Things will probably be a little quieter through here. I think that might be a strong possibility, Jenny. This cab driver's not having it. He's got his hand sticking out the window like, "What are you doing? What is it? What? Yeah." That's an exasperated hand out the window gesture. Oh, you just missed walking through all the King Street Club District, Godwin. There was like a bazillion people. Yep, construction is everywhere. Yeah, there's a big crane. They're doing something. Looks like they're lifting something up onto the roof of that building. I think this building might be getting a reclad. Favorite city in the States to visit? That would be New York. New York City. There's the big giant head. It's the big giant head. Yeah, good night, Bevy. I'm sure you'll feel a lot better tomorrow. This sort of vaccine hangover usually only lasts a day or two.
Yeah, I think it's just
Oh, okay, Carlos. Yeah, good to know.
I'll let them know.
There's the aforementioned Shepherd Street. It looks cool looking in the other direction because you have First Canadian Place sort of at the end of the street, just like a big giant tower that terminates the view. And we got some Muzak. Just doesn't sound like much from here. So let's get a closer look at this here. We're up to something there. Definitely a reclad. Wonder what the building will look like afterwards. Hopefully it doesn't look worse. In my opinion, some buildings look worse after the reclad than they did before. But some look better too. Well, maybe you're just one of the lucky few, Ian, who didn't get any side effects. I got no side effects from my first shot other than the sore arm, just right at the injection point. And then my second shot, I just had sore arm and I felt tired, but not like anything worse than that. I just felt tired. Just like a little drained of energy. And then the next day, all was well. Here's Bay Street. And here we have the Bay Adelaide Centre, which I've been told I cannot record. So I am recording it right now. Bay Adelaide Centre, everyone. This building is top secret. You cannot record it, according to security. I was trying to ignore that tune. Whoa, Godwin, yeah, that's quite the reaction. Ah, okay, Carlos. I'm glad to know everything's all fixed. Let's get another shot at all three Bay Adelaide Centre towers. There we go. The trifecta. The top secret trifecta. No recording allowed. Oh. What's this car here? This looks like an ominous car just sitting there. Maybe they're keeping an eye on the top secret buildings. They probably recorded my image, uploaded it into a database. Now I'm on their files. Now they're going to come and knock on my door at 3 in the morning, wearing dark sunglasses and black suits. Maybe the Walking Man dude is in it. Yeah, that's the good thing about those all glassy buildings, Ian. You get some nice reflections. Yes, those census people. Yeah, maybe Whippy dude. Maybe it was the same guy. Right, Young Street. Yeah, that's right, Dren 564. Here's a cool old building. Hello, that guy said hi to me from the car. Now we're on Young Street, heading north. There are security guards. wonder why the Dineen Coffee Company is closed right now. $4 p.m. and 4:30 p.m. Wow, that's quite the early closing time. And there's a filming notification. Interior night scenes. For what show? Luckiest Girl. Hey, Tanveer. Haha, that's a good pun there, Amish. I seem to be heading in that direction, Godwin. Like a moth to a flame.
Am I in the picture?
If you want to be.
All right, I like that.
That guy had a few too many. But he was friendly, so I'll take that. Yeah, I guess everything gets a new name, Jenny. The neighborhood name, Dundas West. All the various businesses that have Dundas in their name. Dundas Square, Dundas Station, Dundas West Station. All kinds of stuff.
It's like
Annette, yes, I would. I'm sort of planning on it. I just don't know exactly when. Sometime before the year is out. Before the weather gets cold, ideally, I will head up there. Yeah, and well, I hope you can visit soon. Hello, doggies. Avoid shadfly season. Yeah, well, I'll definitely avoid that. I'll probably go in late summer or even the fall before it starts to get too chilly. I want to be able to walk around in a t-shirt when I'm in North Bay. So I think as long as I'm there by October, I'll be fine. Ice Storm 9, how's it going? I wonder if we'll see the singing man. That guy was singing, but he's not the singing man. He's an imposter. Is it me, Superman? Is it me? Hello there. Nice banana hammock. Jim Carrey? Yeah, well, maybe 25 years ago I would say Jim Carrey. I don't know about right now, though. I think a certain guy from Toronto who has a huge mansion on the bridle path might have eclipsed Jim Carrey. Got a drummer here. Got another drummer up here. They should rename this Young Drumdass Square. Then there wouldn't be much changes. They could just alter the signs a little bit and it would sound mostly the same. So that's my official idea. Young Drumdass Square. And we got some music I will talk over. I don't know what it is. It is loud though. It is very loud. Just like Drumdass Square is always loud. Yep, Toronto is back. It's back. This is how the city is supposed to be. Not that dead weird Zombieville it used to be for the last year and a half. We got Thriller playing by Michael Jackson. I don't think I want to go too close to that. Got all kinds of music coming from every direction. Are these all the things that make Toronto a good place to live? Skyline in Lake Ontario. Toronto Public Library. Endless streets to explore. Yeah, these are new. Summer festivals. Got beaches. Growing better. changing. CN Tower. Raptors. Yeah, these are all things that make Toronto a great place to live or to visit. So everyone should come and visit. Maybe before the summer's over, everyone will be able to visit who hasn't been able to. And look who we have. Look who I found. We have the man himself. I wish these drummer guys would just drum along to their own beat and not to the beat of like popular music, because then I could go and get a closer look at them. I think next Friday, once stage 3, or sorry, step 3 is officially in action, it might be even busier. That music is not too discernible, so I'm not too worried about it. Their drums tend to drown out most of the actual song. But there's no Believe guy. We found the singing guy, but no Believe guy. Well, hopefully the YouTube, you know, song detector, whatever you want to call it, doesn't figure out what that was, Susan. Hopefully you're better than it is. I would walk right past them, but unfortunately the music they choose to play is probably not the best for me to get too close to. Believe guy is on tour. I heard he was at Young and Shepherd recently. I didn't know he actually did his thing away from downtown. Michael Stern, that's not a bad idea. Maybe I will go there right now. Somebody following me with music playing. I'll let them walk past with their loud blaring music. Oh, it's that guy. He has music blasting from the speaker he's carrying around. Why do we have to listen to your music? What if we don't want to listen to it? I don't know how you could say Young and Dundas is boring, Kevin. It's generally like the busiest part of the city and where you see the most weird stuff. Not really, Estelle. It's just in the early or low 20s. Yeah, for sure, Jenny. At least. All right, Zephyr K. Have a good day or evening. Thanks for dropping by the stream. Oh, and guess what? I just heard some news recently. My favorite local burrito place, my neighborhood location of Burrito Boys, which is right here. This building is slated to be redeveloped. This whole block is slated to be replaced by a mixed-use tower. So that means everything here, including the Imperial Pub, all the way down to Burrito Boys, and then the whole block around the backside will all be torn down for a new tower. So I don't know how I feel about that. Will Burrito Boys relocate? I hope they do. So these buildings as well are part of the redevelopment. This is all going to come down. The House Barbershop. So I'm pretty bummed. Hopefully Burrito Boys relocates somewhere in the immediate area. I think it's still a little ways off, like at least a year or two before that actually happens. So I think this is where I'll end the stream, right here at Burrito Boys, and maybe I'll go in and get myself a burrito to take home. Sanjay, 99-cent super sticker. Thank you very much, Sanjay. I'll contribute that to my burrito fund right now. So I think it's burrito time. Why is my phone doing this? Phone, what are you doing? Doesn't want to look at me head on. There we go. It is burrito time. So thanks everyone for tagging along. We covered some good ground. From Parkdale and Liberty Village, all the way down here to Yonge and Dundas. Thanks everyone for the super chats and super stickers. It's always appreciated. And thanks for everyone for all the awesome comments and for following me along on yet another wander around the city. And I'll see you all within a week. At least by next Saturday, possibly sooner. So have a great night, everyone, and have a great weekend. And I'll see you all next time. I'm going to go get myself a bean and cheese on whole wheat with everything on it except jalapenos. Catch you later, everyone.